All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Harish. Good morning. Abe, good morning. Welcome to the room. Adam, good morning. Admin, good morning. Brad, good morning. James, how are you, sir? Good morning. Josiana, good morning. Khaled, good morning. Pat, how are you, sir? Good morning. Stephen, how are you, sir? Good morning. And Omer, good morning. All right, guys. Happy Monday. You know what time it is, right? Let's take a quick look here. We have about 6 minutes to the cash market open. We're going to take a quick look at NQ and get the show on the road. So what we're experiencing here overnight is, a small rally after the opening of the Globex session. Not much movement really. A couple of candles on the 200 NT Runco. We moved from 370 to the high of 465, less than 100 points, and now we're retracing a little bit. The 200 NT Runco candle closed, so we have two harmony zones. Harmony zone number one, 420 half by 410 half. Harmony zone number two is 395.50 by 385.50. Those are the two zones that we need to be looking for as support to price action in order for us to hit the next target, which is 470 and a half. Okay, if we break anything under the 400, the whole integrity of this rotation on the long side is going to be jeopardized. What we're seeing here is a market that produced a captain setup long signal at 430, 475 on August the 4th. And then we went into a rotation all the way up to the 557, which is the FOMC meeting number. And we talked about that at great details. And we said once this happened, the possibility of that number getting hit is really, really high. And we hit it like 4 times. Now we're retracing and retesting the structure. So ultimately, whenever you get to 507, that will give life to that whole rotation back up to that level. Okay. So that's the 200 NT Rinko. When we look at both the 200 and the 100, both are in sync right now. The only issue that we're having is we are in the middle of the range on both the 200 and the 100 at 456. That whole area is struggling. I mean, obviously the market got there overnight, produced captain setup short. Captain setup is a minimum of 4 candle formation and a break of that formation. So you see, market goes 1, 2, 3, 4, up candle, down candle, up candle, down candle, then they break. So that is a captain setup short. This one is a captain setup long. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, and break. And those are, very important formation for us. We pay attention for them daily, and you will see us talk about them throughout the session today. So, the market did that kind of formation. Whenever we, produce that and then break with a switch trade, you're going to get a lot of this selling behavior right here. So this is another one, captain setup short, and they produced it and they sold off. So what we're seeing here is a back and fill behavior. And at the open here in about 2 minutes, we are going to pay attention to how well this zone, the 420 half by 410, is holding. And if that zone holds up nicely, and maybe we'll touch it and run back up from there, then we'll start looking for entry points in the direction of the long toward the target of 470 and a half, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Now, when we're looking at ES, we're seeing a similar pattern and a behavior, and that pattern and that behavior. Let me just do this. Is we broke that low. So in essence, what we're seeing here is a market that is weaker on ES and NQ, and that weakness in the fact that we actually broke that low on August the 3rd, while NQ did not. But we're bouncing right back up in a similar pattern above Globex. Globex is 4,500 and a half, and here comes the cash market open. And as long as we continue to trade above 4509, the longs have an edge. Harmony zone number one is 4513 by 10 and 06 by 03. And here comes the action for the day. All right, we have channel number one, and we're heading toward the 470. I'm Pro, good morning. FDN, good morning. All right, guys, smile, and let's trade. Let's make good decisions. Let's get better with every moment here. Here it comes. Here it comes. Now, target number 3 is 68, and then boom, the 470 is our target, and our target got hit. Now, harmony zone number 1 is shifted as the price is shifting. So it's one of those things that is gonna show you what's the rising support looks like. And here it comes. See, harmony zone number 1 is 445 by 435, 20 by 10. We came up to it and tested it right here. And price action is moving fairly quickly here. As far as news right now, we're not waiting on anything. I mean, we have consumer credit at 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock Central. So that's not going to be anything big that we're going to be concerned about. Now, when we're looking at, here we go. When we are looking at the 100 NT Rinko, with this pullback, we are experiencing a selling pressure. Okay, look at that. They put a captain and broke it. Now, the structure of the market has shifted right now. We're not holding on to what is that? There's a disconnect between the 200 and the 100, and that means that the market is out of harmony. And they're putting the second captain setup and failing it. That's just really interesting. We're going to spend some time, the first 15 minutes or so, half an hour, reading this market, understanding the participants. Who's winning, who's trapping, what type of trader are getting stuck, and why. We're going to ask a lot of questions here, and based on the answers the market give us, we're going to make decisions based on that. Here we go. All right, babe. I'm gonna post some orders just to make sure that my system is acting right. Yeah, here we go. System is acting okay. So we hit our initial target of that 40, I think 67. And now the market is selling off a little bit. SNK, good morning. ES is showing a lot more strength than NQ here. So you're having a disconnect between the indices. We closed the target for ES, and the next target for ES is 45.31.75. Harmony zone number 1 is 45.19 by 16 and 13 by 10. Ooh. We start trading under 44.10. That's gonna be a trouble for the longs. That means high probability that we'll reverse the market into the 395. Globax is 370, by the way, 370 and a half. So the longs need to kind of protect this. Ultimately, the longs will take control if we go anywhere north of 457. And it's just, you see how the market is just spastic. It's going all over the place. So a little bit of patience. There's a captain set up long on the 40 NT Rinco. That's a good thing to see. That's 432. Yeah, they're struggling. Longs are struggling here. We need to clear that 445 and a quarter. That's important. If they can't do that, then the odds are we're going to get to 395. Here we go again. I mean, look at they're putting a captain setup long here, but they failed it last time. So let's see how well they really need to stabilize this structure. I mean, like right here, they've closed above that 29 and a quarter. That's gonna make it jump up. The shorts are they're making a concrete effort here to take the market down, and we start trading under 410. That's gonna spell out a lot of trouble for the longs. And here they come. Yeah, see they failed it again. They trapped people. That's a trap right there. That is a trap. Well, the longs got trapped in that one. And that 410 is an issue. So next target is 395 now. Here comes. And a switch trade. And that should push further. We should be pushing here. I mean, that's the expectation, is to see this candle close lower to target number 2. Yeah. They keep putting those captain setups, and I mean, they failed this one, they failed this one, they failed the one before that. We're coming to one here that, here we go, they're failing this one too. I mean, that's the personality so far. So 395.50 will. Really? Okay, so we're out of that one. Two captain setups in a row. That's interesting. Here we go. The shorts are in, and they're coming. And that target is hit. Let's keep working here. And now rallies are shortable. Let's look for rallies to get involved into this market. My next target is 370 and a half. I may have to get aggressive here a little bit, and yeah, I may have to. Let's see here. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this one and that one. And the stop is 53. Yeah, that's aggressive, but let's see if we can get in a trade. I mean, they're putting a captain setup. Yeah, we should be getting filled here soon. The target is 370, and that's Globex actually. So my 53. That's my stop. Took one target off. Let's see if I can get to the 70. We should be able to get to the 70. Let's go. Here comes the 70. Yeah, I don't like the fact that we got that close, but let's see. We need to see a switch trade here and a push lower. Yeah, I hate for it to. Yeah, we may get a bounce here. Okay, so let's see. If I can just pocket the rest of that money and try again. Okay, I took out that target. Not bad of a trade. Not bad of a trade. Hey, good morning, Sheila. How are you? Good morning. So harmony zone number one is holding, and we took out a short here and covered here and here. So we made a little bit of money off of that. We took a small stop on that earlier trade, but be honest with you, that is still tradable short in that rotation. So we're just being a little bit too tight this morning, and I'm gonna expand my risk tolerance just a tad bit to take advantage of these rotations. But my goal was to get to Globex, and the longs are fighting a little bit, so I don't want to give them any more room than what I did. And you're seeing the bounce right now. ES is pushing back up, and they trapped some of the shorts here at that 45.17. Let's keep working. That's something, right? So they're testing harmony zone number one, which is the 20 by 30 right now, and the 200 and 100 are out of sync. So what does that tell me? It tells me that the short idea is on pause, and they're trapping the shorts right now. We're trying to run him out of town. Where would we reconsider this whole idea? I mean, if they want to go all the way to 471, that's one heck of a statement the market is making, because that's a switch trade in the middle of the range, and that's a lot of choppiness, but that could lend itself to a structure that could go all the way up to 557. So right where we at here, the shorts need to show up. And how would they show up? Exactly like they're doing right now. Is they come up to the zone, make a high, then try to make a lower high, then this cloud will shift from positive to negative. Then we will start having structures that look like this, where you have harmony waves short, the cloud is short, you have channels that are short. Right now, the market is just counter trending. So we're going to be patient. Okay, so that could be a possibility, admin. Um, me see. The license. No, it's okay, man. I can do that fairly quickly here. It's AV Neil, right? Not just Neil, right? Yeah, you're all right. So that's a good thing to see the market do right here. Okay, so that's good to see. All right, the 200 and the 100 are in sync again on the short side. We're looking for rallies to short into. The shorts came into this area right now and positioning themselves for selling pressure toward that 370 again. I want to see rallies to short into, and I will be looking for my next trade. That's good. Right. Ah, dang it. Yeah, look at that one here. That was a good one. It's a good switch trade right there for a push lower, and we hit our target. We hit our target of 370. Next target is 345.50. Fuck your name is. And selling. Man, that was a good one. That was a good one right there. How's everybody doing so far? 9 o'clock. Excuse me, 9 o'clock, top of the hour. And we're getting a little bit of action going on here. Kieran Jones, good morning. We're trading around Globex. All right, here we go. Here comes the dance. And the dance is in and around Globex. You're going to get a two-sided market where they run it down, run it back up, and consolidate and oscillate around that level. That's just a normal behavior when the market reaches a Globex, which is a balance zone. So we're getting the push up. We're going to get a push down. They're going to dance around here. Liberal. Yeah, I mean, right now you're gonna get a little bit of choppiness, but ultimately the market reversed, retested one more time, and then came in and flushed everybody. That's a short narrative in the market. Where would we change that idea if we break anything above 430? And ultimately, the market needs to trade under Globex, which is 370 and a half, and continue to push outside this Globex band. So this Globex band, whenever you get the market trading in and around the Globex price, which is 370 half, you're going to get a lot of consolidation right here. So basically, the market now is in a scalping mode market. And ultimately, if you break anything under 320, you will gonna get a swing trade market, and momentum will be a lot more persistent. Okay, so just understand the nature of what you're looking at and how to trade it. Right now, it's chop and scalp. You break under 320, those trades can be held for a lot longer for bigger moves. All right, we're testing harmony zone number 1 again. You're seeing this counter behavior. That's a counter behavior. Here you go. So if you're thinking short, 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 and then they do this to you, you're wondering, okay, how did you get trapped? And that's what I'm saying is right here, it's a lot of noise the market is doing. Now you're hitting harmony zone number 1. So the shorts need to come in and protect this level the same way they did to this area. How did they do it? They produced a run up to harmony zone number 1, came back, and then crashed the whole structure back in. So now if this market start trading anything above 430, this shifts the personality of the day. Okay, or it's going to shift the personality of the structure right here. Like this needs to hold for the shorts. We're trying to read what the bigger picture is. Like on the 70 NT Renko, you're in the middle of the range. On the 100 NT Renko, you're in the middle of the range. The shorts should be coming in here, and if they don't, then that tells you something. A swing trade market is a market where the average rotation is above 20 points, and then within that environment you're not in a scalping mode and more in a putting on a trade and hold on for a bigger target. So if you're used to going to target number 1 or 2, now you're going to target number 3 and potentially 4, and those are bigger swing trades than the average rotation. Be careful here. Yeah. Manage your risk. That's the name of the game, guys. Manage your risk. The market is going to do what the market is going to do. You have to protect your accounts. You have to protect yourself. That's the name of the game. All right, so they're putting a captain set up short at 412. Okay, so that's the beginning right here. See that right there is the beginning of a potential resumption of the short pressure. Okay. It's a Monday too, guys. Monday, you have to, especially early on in the morning. One of the personalities of a Monday morning is this constant parabolic up and down. And as the market tries to figure out what to do, there's a lot of orders that pent up, over the weekend into the system, and the market tends to exaggerate its moves during Monday morning. So a lot of traders during that time typically suffer a lot of drawdown because of that type of personality. So I adjust to it by being, a little bit more careful, and taking my stops pretty quickly and undersize. And as the week and the day and the week progresses, you could start sizing up, and you get better feel for the market anyway. But right here, it's a good sign to see the market come up and put on a captain setup short and then push the way they're pushing right now. Now, what's the next step for this market is they really have to give us a cloud negative and a new harmony wave short. And if that happens, then that will put us in a position where we could start looking for the short again. Right now, they're going to most likely oscillate between those two levels, this level and that level, and just try to bounce people and build stops on both sides of the market. There's a bunch of stops above 430, and there's a whole lot of stops right under Globex. And we need to figure out which one is going to get triggered first. Right now, as long as this cloud is positive, the market is positioning itself for a break. But we need, and it's happening right now, we need this candle to close lower. We need to break lower, and then that cloud shifts negative, and then the stops under 370 becomes the ones we are after. Okay. That's trouble. Okay. I understand. I understand. I understand what's going on here. All right. Yep. The market is disconnected between the 200 and the 100, and that type of pattern here where they're bouncing it, and we said that. I mean, they're bouncing it between those two levels right now. They need to break that 390, or they need to break that 430, and so this things can starts to progress. Like, look, okay, so they broke that trend line back up to harmony zone number 2. It's a resistance area. This is a resistance area. I mean, eventually, if they keep chewing through it, they're gonna start breaking it, and there's a lot of stops above that 430, between 430 435. If they start picking those stops up, there's a high probability that 447 is another level for us to hit. So sometimes all we gotta do is just sit here and watch and learn. That's what I'm trying to do here. Is I'm trying to understand what the market is doing at these places. Okay, so who's getting trapped here? Okay, who's getting trapped here, and why? If I can't answer that question, I shouldn't be trading in this spot. I gotta be able to answer that question. Okay. And structurally, the short narrative is getting run over a little bit here. Okay. So I can say that the shorts are the one that are getting trapped here. And where would they really cement that trap? Above that 430 level. And not necessarily just 430. They really have to break 430 to 440, then a pullback, and that pullback hold, and the buyers step in. If they do that, then the trap is really sprung in. Okay? So when do I know that the longs are getting trapped? You know, you break 390 again. So that's the area where, you know, the narrative on both sides is almost 50-50. So what does that mean? That means I need to leave this market alone. And I need a better story. The market got to give me a better story than this. So look what they've done here. Double captain setup. So in any market, you see this, that's a big instigator for a push lower. And what is the market doing? It's trading above it and testing it. That is a long behavior. And the odds of us hitting 40 is really high right now. That's not what the shorts should be doing right here. I know, Amir. I mean, it's a very legitimate trade. That's just, I mean, it's almost like a gimme here for us to even be short right there. I mean, look what's going on. Captain set up short, another captain set up short. You're running into the harmony zone number 2, and where's your exit? From 15 to what, 17, 7 points, and you're looking for a push and a break below below harmony zone number 1, basically a break below 395. Okay, So it's a very legitimate move. However, look what's going on here. That's not what you want to see. I mean, what is wrong with me? Why can I not see this? Well, I mean, liberal. By the end of the day, they're going to trap the longs and they're going to trap the shorts. I mean, that's just what they do on a daily basis. Most people end up getting trapped. You know, you just have to see it. You have to see it coming. Yeah. So they're supporting the higher lows here. That's fine. I mean, start breaking above 430. You're gonna trigger those stops. We'll play. I mean, here we go again, a captain setup. I mean, that should push higher. That should push higher. Here it comes. Here they come. Here they come. Yeah, you could tell that the shorts are struggling here. So you have three, four patterns here. All of them are favoring the longs. It's almost like 3 or 4 fights that the market just put on, where the longs are uh, punching harder. You got the captain set up short. Okay, that's good. Second one came in with a higher low. Third, you got a captain set up long, and now you're pushing higher against, this zone, harmony zone number 2. So So that's the punch 1, 2, and a 3, and a punch number 4 right there. So the longs are punching harder here. ES, we're moving to target. The next target is 45.31.75. Harmony zone number 1 is 519 by 16 and 13 by 10. That market is showing a lot more persistence in its direction. While NQ had a solid rotation lower, ES did not. Here you go. There you go. Yeah. Question is, where would we reevaluate? Okay, so this is very critical here. We came in within 8 points of closing this candle. If we trade anything under 395, you see that level up here, that 445, that's where we need to go to. If the shorts come in here and take the market below that 395, okay, so you're trapping these people right here between the 21 and the 400. That's what you're doing. Okay, so we're getting traps on both sides, right? This structure is favoring the longs, but all of it will be reversed if we break 395. What will get me to go long? What get me to go long is I gotta break the 445 first in this environment, then pull back and produce a behavior, then a signal that I can measure risk against. That's what will get me to go long. What will get me to go short? If the market trades under 400 and break harmony zone number 2. Harmony zone number 1, which is right here. So basically a break below 395. If we do that, then I'm gonna start looking for signals on rallies. Okay? So now I know what will get me to go long. I would know what to get me to go short and why. And what will get me to stay put. What will get me to stay put is what they're doing right now. Is oscillation between those two levels without, it's obviously favoring the longs a little bit here, but it's not, we're not seeing momentum here. It's a gradual trap to the upside, gradual trap to the downside, and they're just back and forth. So we know the lay of the land. We know the levels that will get us to move, and it's just a function of a waiting game. We took 2 trades, 1 stop and 1 profit, and looking for the next one. Yeah, sorry to hear that, SNK. Quick question: anybody is experiencing delay in Apex? Steven, yes. Pat is no. Adam is okay. Josiana, no. Okay. Thank you, guys. All right. I'm getting reports that some people are experiencing it, so. All right. That's interesting right there. Yeah, that's interesting. That's a trap. That's a trap for the shorts with this rotation. Okay? So just watch out. So you see how we keep hitting these two levels like we talked. I mean, this is just the oscillation consolidation. The market needs to sort itself out above that 40 and into the target of 45 and a half. Let them get there. We know our levels. Yeah, I am in a holding pattern, just waiting for some of these levels to be tested and or broken. The longs are coming back in, pushing. So the 45.50 is a very distinct possibility here. And it could be happening here in the next few minutes. Wow. Wow, wow. So close. So close. They get all the way up to 45, like almost by a couple of points, and they just, boom, they flush it. That's why we have to wait for that level to hit. So none of this shenanigans. Yeah, so close. That's good. So I mean, here we go again. Either you break the 395 or you break the 445. Market got to make a decision. Yeah, oh yeah, Adam. That's why you have to see it. Like that's why I was saying we didn't get involved in that mess. We recognize that the market is going to be in a sideway consolidation, building stops on both sides of the market and waiting for a break. And within that building phase of stops, they're trapping a lot of people who are trying to be early on on these structures. Sometimes patience is the best trade. All right, let's see it. Let's see it. So you break below the 95, which is coming up here, then rallies become shortable again. And we'll start looking at the behavior and the signal to get involved. There's a Captain Setup 40 that just failed. Okay, here we go. That's a catalyst above that 20. So that means that that would be a stop to any rotation that happens here. But you got to get below 395 in order for this idea to start maturing. Because we've seen what they've done. They got very, very close to closing that candle and reversed it. They could come in here very, very close to closing under that 395 and reverse the market. So I'm not playing that game. I'm not going to get ahead of anything. I'll just wait, and I'll be patient, and I'll wait for the market to structure itself. And once it structures itself, then I'm going to look for a behavior, like a harmony wave. Then I'm going to look for a signal. Okay? So first, the environment has to be right. Then the behavior needs to present itself. Then a signal, the right signal needs to present itself. Otherwise, I'll smile and wait. That's exactly right. Smile and trade, smile and wait. Smile, smile every single time you're in a trade. You'll be surprised how powerful that is. Puts you in the right type of state of mind. All right. Well, that's a good thing to see. All right. Let's start looking for. Oh, well, damn it. Let's see if we start getting a rally and start looking for shorts. Yeah, here we go. I mean, this is very short pattern. I mean, it's really a good short pattern toward target number 2. You have overhead resistance between the 10 and the 20. These rotations are producing, and guess what, where the next target is? 345. 345. And then if that happens, then you're breaking that structure from Friday, and then 300 is a distinct possibility. And we reevaluate that idea anything above 430. So we'll sit here and look for a signal to go short. Today. So the harmony wave is disconnecting. Let's see if we can get a consolidation here and get a reconnect of it. And boom. Come on, baby, let's go. I know, it just you have to keep your risk tight, Adam. That's the key here, because they are prone to spiking. What's the name? Omer. I mean, they have your type of trade going on here at that 91. Captain setup, switch trade. Captain setup failure, switch trade on the 40. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. I need one good solid trade and I'll be good for the day. I mean, right now we're even. We took two trades, made a little bit, give up a little bit. Now it's time to put on a good solid trade and call it a day. Let's do this. Nicholas, good morning. How are you? All right, so that's good behavior that we're seeing right here. Good short behavior. All right. We should be flushing here, by the way. I mean, Globex is coming up at that 70. So they may run it quick down to that level. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hmm. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh yeah. It's one heck of an attempt at that 45 that just failed. Boom. How about that? How about that? How did you do, Pro? Okay, good job, Pro. All right, take care, man. Plus 600. That's a good day. That's a good day. All right, so we flushed under Globex. I'm gonna run it up here a little bit, and we're looking for shorts. Short, short, short. Okay, take care, liberal. Good job, buddy. That's a good way to, back to a very famous singer. You gotta know when to hold them, when to fold them, and when to walk away. Those are words that will live in infamy as a trader. You gotta know when to hold them and when to fold them. All right. Walk away. The gambler. Nicholas, I just saw your message. Quiet week till CPI. Man, last famous words. Reminds me. I used to play jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu for many years, and before we have a match, a rolling match, basically just training match. You know, it never fails. The guy in front of me always say, "Yeah, let's take it easy. Let's not, we're training here. Let's just take it easy, and roll, for 3 minutes and just train." And the minute the match starts, he's trying to kill me. Like he's trying to choke me. Every submission in the world he's trying to put on me. It's just like the market. You say, "Oh, it's quiet, quiet," and the market is it just goes crazy. Yeah, Adam, I, I've done Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for many years under Carlos Machado in Dallas, and if you look up Carlos Machado, he's a red belt. Um, and if you're familiar with the UFC, he's related to uh, Thompson, Wonder Boy Thompson. So he's always out there when the UFC starts. I mean, he corners him all the time. So I love that thing. It's a lot of fun, physically and mentally challenging. You know yourself very well when somebody's trying to choke you to death. You figure out who you are quick. That's good stuff right there going on. Ooh, that 30 NT Rinko, that was good stuff right there. Yep. All right, let's find that trade, man. Let's find that trade. Let's find that trade. All right, that target got hit, and next target is 320 and a half. 320 and a half. We gotta find our entry here. I mean, there was a good one right there on the captain setup short on the 30 NT Rinko. Let's find that trade. Carlos Machado. That's the guy. That was my sensei for many years. Carlos Machado. Let's see here. Very nice, very nice, very nice. go, man. Go, man. I mean, we're teetering on the edge here, and the market is just showing all the signs of a flush toward 320 against Globex. We just need a better entry point. I mean, that's a good one here at the top end. I mean, they run it up here and come back in and retest. I'll take a stab at it. Okay, yeah, we're not getting that reaction though. 70. If you break 70, you're breaking Globex again, and yeah, that puts me in a holding pattern here again. No, I'm not gonna jump in here. They needed to hold on to that 70 and not test it and make a lower high, and basically run up to that 60 and come back in with a one candle reversal. All right, so here, that 90 was the key. That would have been a very good one. All right, I'm sure you guys got the email, but Apex is running the 90%. So if you're looking to reload or get another account, this is the time to do it. that is our code right here. All right, so let's see. Okay, so we keep hitting Globex coming back in, hitting Globex coming back in. We didn't need to see that 370. I mean, that 370 kind of puts us on a hold. But now you break the 344, then that would get us back in play into this rotation. The odds are we're gonna oscillate here a little bit, and that's what I need to be careful with, because we're so close to Globex, and this market tends to just do a lot of failed rallies and failed sell-offs here. How come I did not see that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Yeah, we're good for them. All right. This is the key here. I just need a rally, and I will look into shorts. $61. I'm gonna get out of this trade and wait for better structure, because they're running a little bit harder and hotter than they should here. So 62, yeah, see how that's just too fast here. It's just too fast. All right, here we go. T channel, 50 channel held. Yeah, well, looking at it. $61. Yeah, it just the way it came up to that level, like right here where that entry is, we should have, at a minimum, got a reversal pattern to 45. Then you could add to it here and look for the flush. But the way this thing was behaving, it had a lot more push to it than just that. So I was like, okay, well, if that's the case, let me just get out and put it back in when things look a lot more promising. And we may be getting a counter trend rally here. I mean, we have that bottom end of that range. Let's go back to let's go back to this. I mean, this is an area where the market has a bid on August the 3rd that pushed the price a little bit higher, a lot higher, all the way up here. So they're defending it. I mean, if we break anything under, I mean, it literally came to the, actually it came right under it and then reversed. I mean, that's just a classic stop hunt. Okay. Now, if we break it one more time, then yeah, then you're gonna get that flush to target 320 half. You could go from there. Fuck me, man. Let's go. Now we're getting a little bit of disconnect between the 200 and the 100, and the market is bouncing off of that level. They chewed through harmony zone number 1, and you got harmony zone number 2 up there. See how they handle that one. All right, guys. So they closed this candle. 200 and 100 are in sync on the long side. Pullbacks are buyable against harmony zone number 1 and 2. And that's the end of that story. We'll see you guys bright and early